You better get it. Welcome to episode 16 of Real Cool, the D&D show that is the best TaleSpire live stream on the planet. Self-acclaimed. But
planet, really.
No one can say anything.
Also every planet.
Literally any planet can exist. And
I heard a lot about planets, and they aren't shit.
Other planets don't know what they're doing.
You know, most of them aren't.
They don't even have TaleSpire. Just what? No. These planets don't know.
They don't fucking know.
These planets know. They don't know.
They don't know.
Well, a month has passed in this country, world, something of Ethel, as it is now the 36th of Rabor, one of the late fall months of Ethel, and a month has passed after the City and Glow Festival as what?
Daddy wrecked me. Leave me alone.
All right. As a month has passed.
Nothing about you.
Some people, as the city's been rebuilding with a lot of mourning and grieving that has gone on. Those are different things, by the way, too. Of people who have been taken down to the Underdark and never to be seen of again and still haven't returned. But, you know, Surge is in the tips are running around, playing local gigs around town, trying to liven spirits. Some people are rebuilding things, especially as you're playing some of your gigs, you think about that little halfling who gave you the idea for guerrilla radio. And the Knights Radiant has come into town and has taken back over the museum that was the Church of Sahaninas. Kaladi is now the outstanding member.
With the body.
Chaos Red has taken over the tall glass. The theater is lively again and hosting shows in Tonga Town. And Udazonga is now down with Emilar at the Lone Wolf Brewery, cooking up something good. What will happen this week? As you guys have told me a couple things you want to do, and then we'll see what happens with those things that you want to do. So check it out. Pew.
I never know how to end those things.
Pew seemed like a good
that
idea.
worked.
Yeah.
We got out of it.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
can we
that.
talk about how we're in this country town?
Whatever. We don't keep that detailed notes. It's fine.
Country town.
That's
We
fucking
hardly keep
hilarious.
any notes.
It's a good old country town.
Just
All right.
boy.
We're going to do some country things this episode. I feel like that's...
Ye fucking ha.
So you guys have risen on the 36th of Rabor, a month named after one of the angels that had helped save Ethlum from being ripped into hell back during the First War.
We got world building, too. Look at that.
What would you guys like to do? You guys
Lionel,
have
did
done
you
something.
know
You've already
that
gone
this...
through some of your shoppings and bought and all. We did off stream where you bought all of your equipment and stuff that you needed. Just to set the stage for the day, it is the night in which Lionel, you have all your little thieves' camp messages. It is the night where you would be meeting them.
Okay. Is it day, though, right now?
It is day, yes.
Okay. What were you saying?
Lionel, did you know that this month is named for one of the angels that helped save the world from being pulled into hell during the First War?
Oh.
Both of you make intelligence checks. Just flat. Just straight up intelligence. Oh, no, history is fine, too.
What did you say the name of the month was, actually?
Rabor, R-A-B-O-H-R.
10.
10? You would know that it is, and
Hi.
so 5 does, you do know that. Lionel, with your 10, you know that every month is named after an angel.
Yeah. Yes, this one is named after that one, correct.
Most people don't know that. This is the only one that I know that. I'm not quite sure how the rest of them got their names, but this one I know.
There are actually many interesting stories about this angel and the rest, of course, but
Well, of course. I mean, I wouldn't have brought it up unless I knew.
Of course, sir.
Were you able to get me that armor?
Yes, sir. It's actually, I was about to go get it right now.
Oh. Fantastic.
Would you like to join me, or would you like me to go ahead and get it for you?
Going to the shops. I probably have something important I should be attending.
Of course, sir.
Yeah. And as he leaves, I'm just going to look around wherever I am and just start touching stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is where I'll be placing.
I have nothing to do.
This is on my walk to go get it. This is where I'll be placing the last pieces of the stuff.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I'll just go get it, come back. Easy peasy.
All right, easy peasy.
I would like to investigate around town.
What for?
I would like to go to whatever official office my lottie has for property ownership and see if I can figure out what this guy, I forget his name, Aladar?
Aladar.
Aladar.
I want to go with
Thank
him.
you, Chris. Inspiration for you.
Yes.
I didn't have a pen last week. I didn't have a pen. I just had paper.
Yeah, we need to.
That's all I
want
hear.
to go with. What's
Yes.
his name?
We're
Coben.
going to figure out how much Aladar was involved in the procurement of properties. And from that, we obviously will extrapolate his guilt and punish him.
Okay. I would say make a check here, but you guys would know that the main governing is the large shrub-by tree. Is kind of where everything originally happened in the town, but over time, other places has taken over responsibility. One of those places is in Rousset Row. It's called the Narazine Inc.
Is this owned by him or is this owned by the vampire?
It is also owned by him.
Oh, fuck. All right, we're going to demand entrance to the records room.
Okay.
All right, as you guys
I would
walk in, it has
in-
you go
I'm
through
in a-
Rousset Row. On the little sign, it just says Narazine Inc. And then, like, on the door, it just says investing in your future in, like, nice painted letters. And inside, you see.
I would like to point out my investigator background feature. You're experienced at gaining access to people and places to get the information you need through a combination of just fast-talking determination and official-looking documents. I can gain access to places or an individual to a crime I'm investigating. So
Okay.
we can RP it, but I'm hoping to take advantage of that to get to wherever their records are. Above
Yeah.
board. That's my thought process.
Gotcha. So as you walk in, this first little area just has, a couple waiting room chairs. Picture like walking into almost like a real estate office or something. It's very professional in here, but there's just one desk at the front where you see like a tan-skinned human, fairly skinny, well-managed hair, and just kind of stands up. And with your both of you with your high perceptions, you can read Mr. Adlow. He goes, hello, my name's Drellian. Can I help you? Oh,
Brilliant, yes. We are here on official business investigating the incidents following the Cidium Glow and property investment by Mr. Adler and the corporation. We require access to your records room to look through all deeds and property transitions that were done and the books of such business deals 6 months leading up to the events of last month, whenever it was. He knows the events.
oh, yes. Well, I don't think I can just give you those if you would like to.
Of course you can.
To send a message
We are here
to
officially
Mr.
for an inquiry. I'm working with the Stroby Tree. I was good friends with the Archdruid before his untimely death. We are here on behalf of the council. I'm sure you'll find everything in order.
Kind of just looks at whatever sort of identification you
I show
hand
him my
him, and just
symbol.
he's just like, okay. Oh, well, they have been all pushed to the side for, I believe, a court case here. So some of them have been, taken for a trial. But I do have, all of the properties and stuff that have been purchased is public knowledge. So,
So where is it?
He goes and gets them, and he's just like, okay, well, he's gone for 10 minutes and comes back with a few papers. Okay, well, a couple of these have been voided since then, but
While he's gone, can I do an investigation of his desk?
Sure.
Not moving things around, but Coben thinks there's always a clue laying around.
Gotcha.
You just need to see it.
Okay, Sherlock.
He's fully convinced there's just a clue around. 7.
Say that to.
A 7.
7.
There's a bunch of kind of parchment and stuff scattered about that has been handwritten, and the 7, you're unable to discern anything in the amount of time. It's upside down from where you're at, not from your perspective, so it's hard to really gauge. Yeah.
The upside down reading.
Another perspective. How will I? So after that time, he comes back and goes, okay, well, here's, like I said, some of the more details of it are taken for the trial, but like I said, public knowledge is here. So he hands you a list of places that have been purchased by Nerzine Inc. under Mr. Aladar Iridium's name.
Now, Gallium. I know.
Drellion.
Yes, whatever. Do you think... Have you met Mr. Aladar personally?
Oh, yes, of course.
And what are your personal thoughts on him being involved in a mass human trafficking to dark and mysterious forces, including vampires, but not limited to dark gods?
Wow, I think those are quite the claims, and he's always been real nice to me. And he gives me this nice job. It's worked out pretty well.
Have you noticed any large influxes in money or any extreme purchases, changes of habits by Mr. Aladar? Has he been driving a new carriage, perhaps?
Not recently. But he is always a man of many purchases, so it's hard to tell when he finds his next.
So it could be going on for a while, you're saying?
As long as I've known him, he's been quite wealthy.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Does he seem under any distress, or do these seem like something he was rehearsed or told to say?
Yes, that would be covered in an insight check.
Well, I know, but not specifically.
Yeah.
I don't think he's lying, but those were what he's looking for.
Yeah. I think I saw 21.
Yeah.
21. You can tell he's being pretty forthcoming. He seems to enjoy his job, and as you kind of look around with the way his clothes are kept, and at least on the outside, he is projecting in a way that he is fairly compensated and is probably upper middle class. You
poor man. Does he even make enough money to survive?
No, he makes a a comfortable living here and does some of the paperwork and ledgering for Mr. Iridium. And
All right.
he seems like he has a good business relationship with him, and that you do with that Hive insight check. You would gather that he's he believes in his boss here, and that he doesn't think that whatever was happening, he believes was a misunderstanding.
All right. I want to go to 3 more places that we don't have to RP all of them. I want to go to Maggie and Miley's and get whatever official paperwork they have for their deal. I want to go to the brewery and get whatever paperwork was included that they have in their deal. And I want to go to the church to see if there's any documents left over from that deal. And then I want to take all of these and go recluse somewhere surrounded by piles of paper and spend the rest of the time trying to figure this out.
Okay. All right. Well, in that order, Maggie and Miley tell you a story of, well, not really. They let you in on how they're selling their tavern for 1,200 gold pieces, which is fairly cheap, but out of almost a desperation where
because of the damages and stuff that had happened.
Yes, and then also you learn the story that Maggie is an artist, and as you're looking up on the ceiling of the beautiful painting she did along the entire ceiling, she had to sell all of her art supplies and stuff in order to keep the tavern afloat in the time of need. And with her sinking into like a deep depression that summoned all the boggles, Miley decided to repay the favor and just pull the trigger on the selling the tavern. Okay. So that way they could live happily together as fairy sisters. But it has since then been voided. So they kept the tavern, and
I guess, am I able to figure out why it was struggling so much? Are there any reasons that I can pick up on about other than just like, oh, it was bad business, or if it was like, oh, that's peculiar?
Yeah, I think a combination of rumors with what the destruction and stuff, and the interest from like the night mass. Rumors had spread that it was an unwelcoming tavern.
Okay. Then the brewery.
The brewery is a different story, as that one almost defaulted without payment, as
because of a murder that turned into a kidnapping.
Correct. And in the contract,
murder turned kidnapping.
There was basically you're able to find the contract either through MLR, since you have good relations with him, and just the Lone Wolf Brewery itself. Able to see the exact contract, and that if payment was not paid up in time, and he had obviously gone missing around the time when he was already behind on a few payments, so he got to the point where he just went missing and wasn't able to pay the last one, so it defaulted into hands of where the mortgage was taken out from. So
did he miss payments because of any nefarious activity, or is this mismanaged?
Damn it.
Make an investigation check.
I love this.
Can
I assist him and give him advantage?
Yes, you can.
Me and Pem will tear this place to the ground. We're gonna get to the bottom of this town.
16.
We didn't learn anything about anything while it was happening, so maybe after we'll figure out what the fuck was going on.
With your 16 kind of going around the Lone Wolf, and in the basement, it's Udazonga, this mind flayer without his face tentacles, and MLR, in quiet conversation, which is through a telepathic link, that they are in this almost madman study, as stuff is like they've lost taking care of the place in whatever form that was, in this sort of mad hunt. Like you can smell like weird hops and stuff going on as they're really experimenting with some bizarro shit. But as you like go upstairs and up to the attic where Lionel was, you realize that the standard of which it was kept before was probably very low, and it was almost like then reading that he hadn't made payments, you're like,
Was someone forcing him to? I think you're projecting a lot of obvious decisions. Coben has chosen what he wants to find at the end of this investigation, and I'm simply I'm confirmation biasing myself to the end.
Okay,
that's how he investigates.
So you want me to give you exactly? You want me to give you exactly what you find, and you don't want to? Okay. You want to be the low interpreting of it?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. You find the contract that it has been paid in multiple months, and if that's the case, then it gets defaulted to ownership of the Narazine Inc. You do note that there are like payment notices of like, you have missed your payment, blah blah blah. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen. There was many warnings you find, and then you also find it's not very a well kept place, and that Emlar is the type of person who definitely runs from things.
To the church.
Make an investigation check with advantage with Pem.
Yeah.
8, 9, 10.
11.
10?
10.
10.
Pem?
10.
Yeah.
You find just the document of the point of sale. And that was
God,
about...
Did we ever let out that guy?
that it was...
We
basically just find the document that was marked for the sale of the Church of Sahanin to...
Was it also 1,200 gold?
No, that one was more expensive. That one was 3K.
That would have been a great connection if they had sold for the same amount. Woven thinks to himself.
And the Lone Wolf Brewery was about 1,200 too. So those are about but similar sizes. And the church is bigger.
That would have really, if they would all been 1,200, he'd have found it. That would have been proof.
So you guys spend your day.
And now just
I assumed you guys let him out sometime after. Sometime after that.
Trying to think what Woven.
No, you go into the church investigating, and he's there, just bones, just still tied up in the thing.
Yeah, he wouldn't have let him die, but like he might have made him cry several more times.
Sure.
All right, and then I'll sit down, and other people can do their things, and I'll see if there's anything good in the documents.
All right, as you guys are mucking about town, Pem, make a charisma saving throw.
Oh boy.
No, wisdom.
Okay.
So just you can take the same roll.
That roll is not right. That's solid 22.
22. Yeah, as you're walking around the Rousset Row and you're jumping from the Narazine Inc. to the Tall Glass, or not the Tall Glass, sorry, the Lone Wolf Brewery. You walk by the Tall Glass and you just have that moment where you look and you go, I can make a lot of money in there. But then you go, no. I've been on my journey, been planting seeds, I've been reading books on health. I might even be gluten free, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna keep going.
Just gotta figure out what gluten is.
Yeah.
And you resist the urge to gamble, but it does cross your mind.
I might be gluten free. I'm not sure yet.
Sometimes you don't know.
But that book you did read, that manual of that you got from the Werorc, it is a blank book now with a plain. It's a hardcover book still, but it has a plain brown cover, and all the pages are blank.
Okay, so it's a notebook now.
It is a note.
It's a diary.
Latest diary.
All right, so
I'm wondering
during
if I'm
this day-
gluten-free today. I've yet to figure out what gluten is.
is there anything else you guys would like to do?
Were we gonna go somewhere and look for somebody like outside of the city? I don't remember. I don't think I wrote it down last time.
They came back.
Okay, that's probably what I was thinking of. We need
That
to
was
imprison,
they came back. They
we
came
need
back.
to imprison Aladar.
Yeah,
that's
what
the bottom line.
that's what we're trying to investigate our way to. It's going really well so far.
Yeah.
All of the places that we're investigating were sold for money, and I feel like that's a connection.
Sinners.
And
Also, this
Aladar-
past month, with word that the Church of Sehanin completely saved the town from its fucking misfortune, you guys have gotten many more followers. About once a week, Kalades does a service on the 10th day of the week, and everyone, more and more people keep coming, and it's now to the point where all the pews are full, and people now are standing along the sides of the walls as listening to Moon Maiden's blessing.
Quick question: if there's 10 days in a week, how long are the months?
50 days each.
So
Next question.
Okay, how long's a year?
There are 7 months of 50 days each.
Holy shit!
How many
okay.
weeks is that?
Can't do
What?
that math. We'll never know.
We're just gonna
Can't do
ask
it.
for it in a different number no matter what you say.
Yeah.
How many fortnights in a year?
So if I get
No idea.
bi-weekly, how much?
It's 26.
That's every 5 days. Bi-weekly's every 5 days. Easy.
Bi-weekly is
Try
every
me
20
again.
days.
Not where we
No.
were.
Nope.
Okay.
Bi-weekly, that's twice a week.
All right.
Not in my contract.
Gotcha. So that's what Pem and Quoben are doing through that day. Lionel, you're picking up, I believe, the splint armor.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else, or does anyone else have anything to do before we get to?
Yeah, I
Night.
have a couple things.
Sure.
I guess this would all. Is this all going to happen on the same day? All the stuff that we're doing, because we had a month. This is all on the same day, right?
Yeah, this is just kind of like
Okay.
the last day of you guys' downtime. If there's anything last you wanted to
Really
get through an
procrastinating
RP.
my investigating to put this guy. I'll do it. Last
You've been
day.
collecting character witnesses and stuff, then now you're just
Okay.
like, okay, the documents.
The slowest part. I'll start it now.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, can you help me with that thing I asked you to help me with? I want to send a letter.
Yeah. I'll help you.
Since you can play an instrument, I kind of figured you'd be the best writer. The best one with the
Naturally,
words.
yeah, that's a good assumption.
Yeah.
My God, is he gonna write a love letter? Stop. To who?
So I want to send a letter to my old friend Elder Sleesh. He told me what happened to my people, and I just want to make sure he's okay. I didn't leave on good terms. So I've been thinking about this. You have a pen?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to just say a bunch of words, and I want you to write it down. Okay?
Okay.
Hi, this is Svingamonus Melonis. How are you? I'm well. I have found a new doubt, and we saved the town from a vampire. I think this group might be the one. I am a Vailian now. How is the Clouder? How is everyone since my exile? I hope the elves are less bastards. I know you shouldn't have this, but I have included 6 gold. Thank you for helping me and telling me the truth. Hopefully I will see you soon. Bye. Did you get all that?
Yeah, let me read that back to you. Hi, this is Fing. How are you? I am well. We found a new town, and we saved them from a vampire. The town loves us. I am Clown now. Elves are bastards. Please send gold. I want to see the sea. Maybe one more time, a little slower?
Yeah.
That was pretty quick.
Okay, so hi,
I love the play.
How are you? I'm well. I have found a new doubt, and we saved a town from a vampire. I think this group is the one. I'm a Lion now. How is the Clouder? I can't. I fucking can't.
You can't.
How is every?
This is better than what it could have ever been.
Yep.
This is the
How is-
absolute best thing.
This is so fast.
How is
Not even
everyone
typing
since
right
my
now, I
exile? I hope the elves are less bastards. I know you shouldn't have this, but I have included 6 gold. Thank you for helping me and telling me the truth. Hopefully I will see you soon. Bye.
Okay,
want
that
to
was
see
different
the
from
sea.
the first time.
That was... I have rehearsed this in my head for like 3 weeks now. It's the same every time. I don't understand why you can't get it.
I'm getting it, just not as quickly as you're laying it out.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Let's you and me go see Coben real quick.
Oh my god, I want to see the sea.
I mean, we can say for now too. Like I would sit down and write it out like 3 different times, as
I
long
think
as
you
it
should
takes.
just do your best to dictate it, and that's the letter that gets sent because it's so much funnier. Like this guy was talking so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do it like, yeah, I got that. I got that.
Coben, are you
Courtroom-
in there?
What is it? Sternograph?
Yes.
Typograph?
Hello.
Can I come in?
Stenographer.
Yes.
out
Thank
here.
you.
Wait out here, Serge. Just wait here.
Yeah.
Hey, you wanted me to show you how to do the sarcasm, yeah?
I'll be honest. Now is not a great time. Do you see these stacks of paper?
Yeah. So, now's not the
Yeah,
great
help
time.
with this, and I hand
get
it to
it.
him. Here's a stack of.
Takes it as sarcasm. You know what sarcasm is.
Oh,
You're doing good. So let's come in here. I think he's already got it, but come in here, please. So you remember when Serge went to go Serge, what did you say when you ran off to go get captured and do the dumb thing?
It was the career opportunity of my life.
Oh yeah,
Chasing my
great
dreams.
career opportunity. You know
I
what? You
want
should
to be the
definitely
very best,
go do that.
like no one ever was.
Yeah, I think that's a good move. Why don't you go do that?
yeah, that's wonderful for both of you.
That's the sarcasm, Coben.
Coben, you understand sarcasm now, do you?
What? I'm I'm actively not listening.
See, he's got it. We don't even need to do this. All right, you have a good night,
natural.
good day. Have fun with all your wood papers, and let's get out of here, Serge. Let's go have a beer.
Yeah, let's
Bye.
go figure out. Okay, bye.
What?
Later.
Yeah. Yeah.
So well.
I think that's the 2 things I wanted to get done, so I'm good.
So, Sving, also on your, you've been spending the last, 4 weeks. Every day you've been getting up and hunting with the other tribesmen, providing food for the town and making a healthy living. You've been hearing stories, almost like just through the grapevine of hunter stories of this big creature out in the wilderness that has 4 arms and looks like an ape, but
Are they green?
no. But it's a large beast.
With green forearms, gotcha.
Sure, we'll say green forearms. And they did see it traveling, that it was, one of them went east to the Windrose River and claims he saw it heading north along the river. But
Towards the town?
no, not
Or
towards
away
this
from
town.
the town. Okay.
Yeah. But, hunters can be in this little fish story of hunting tales. But that is the claims that are around the hunter circles.
Well, perhaps if time allows, we can go for a hunt.
Yeah, maybe, possibly. Well,
I don't know
yes.
if I would want to take just the hunting party. This is something I'd probably have to discuss with the group.
Yes, no, it was. I mean, it's something that you guys could do as a group. Was my intent.
Yeah.
I would like to check and see if we did let that guy out of the cage.
Yes, you did.
1 month
we?
later.
Yes, yeah, he's out.
Fuck.
Damn it.
Did we get his address to make a house call to make sure he's doing the right thing?
Yeah, you guys could go stop by his house if you want.
Can we go bully him? No, I'm
can.
busy. I'm busy. Pem knows. Pem can do it.
I don't want to waste time doing that.
Does anybody
All
want to
right.
go fight a
I
giant
need a rest.
beast? You need a rest? It's been a
Oh, where's the
Fucking-
giant beast?
weeks.
It's
You've been
nighttime,
resting for
isn't it?
weeks. Ah.
What is this beast you speak of?
Just some rumors and chit chat between the hunting parties. You know, some of them are, they go out, they hunt food. Others are trophy hunters, so they come back with wild stories of great beasts that would be, it would be epic. You would live in infamy slaying a beast of this nature. Not sure what it would I have been able to discern what it is from hearing the stories.
Make a nature check.
Make a nature check. He said, I'm rolling in D&D Beyond. That's a 13 plus 13, so it's just a 13.
Just unable to. You can get an idea of what it is, but it sounds like something that you've never heard of before. And
I don't know.
it is bipedal and has kind of has the characteristics, at least through the descriptions, of something like an ape, but with four arms. You're confused by that part.
It's a quad squatchus.
Good old quad squatch.
It's the quad squatch.
Yeah, so it's a big ape-like creature with this big green arms. And it's kind of like a bear or gorilla.
Why do you want to harm this creature?
For the pride, for the... There might be some money in it.
Extremely upset by this internally. Like, that's I don't even know what to say.
Why do you plant the trees?
For the birds and for nature, and so that they will hopefully grow into a beautiful forest one day.
And what about
Regrow.
this apex predator terrorizing people?
Probably likes trees too.
Nature.
Okay, I'll see if somebody else wants to go. Surge!
Yeah.
I'll just... Same thing
I'll-
with
Yeah.
Surge.
Sounds like an epic story. Chance for a ballad. I'm in.
Okay. I guess this is what we're doing now. Is Lionel around?
2
Or is he
PK.
off somewhere?
Depends on how late it is.
Yeah.
I feel like Coben would have also been taking a lot of Lionel's time with his ridiculous investigation.
I think at
Unless
this
Lionel,
point we
unless
can-
Lionel said he was going to take a vacation, in which Coben would have fully not questioned anything.
I would be taking the night off.
Okay.
the witch hunt.
But I'll gladly help you out through the day, but
Yeah.
Would you be down
So-
to fight a big scary beast at some point?
tonight?
It doesn't have to be tonight. No. I would like to find out more about the beast before we go,
Well, how about you get that information
do the
and
hunt.
you relay it to me, and I'll decide after that.
Yeah, sounds good. Do you know if is Coben's still in his chambers? I don't even know if I
Yeah,
asked.
I wouldn't
Coben!
bother him right now. He's under a lot of stress, it seems, and his mace is out. So
You're going to knock if the maze is out.
I give Swing the look.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'll knock. Maybe I just want to go. Thanks, Lionel.
Plus,
Would Coben be down to go on a hunt?
What?
Would Coben be down to go
Are
on a
you
hunt?
shouting through the door at me? Are you scared to open it?
Would you like to go on a hunt maybe in the next couple of days? Maybe give your eyes a rest?
Eyes are never tired for seeking out the unclean.
So no?
When this trial's tomorrow, right?
Yep.
Well,
Vicky-
once the victim, not the victim, the perpetrator, the criminal is put
Yes, as
wherever the
bastards.
law seems fit, I potentially may have time to vanquish an evil creature.
Yeah,
What
okay,
are
I'll
the
have more.
sins of this creature?
I have to find that out, but
Oh,
it's huge. It's big.
well, if it
it-
hasn't done anything,
It should be fun.
well, fun isn't what we're here for.
It might be tasty.
You know, Schwing, you should really attend more of Kalati's sermons.
I've attended all of them.
I,
I've attended all of them in the past month.
is that not her name?
Kaladi, Kaladi.
Kalati.
You're not gonna remember the name.
You can't hear that through a door. These and these sound the same through a door. Yes, if you can find out what's...
So maybe
if it
a
is an evil creature, I am obliged even to seek it out for Sahanine, the goddess of the hunt.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah, I guess I'm going to go fuck off for a bit.
Okay.
Surge. Over the past month, this is the first time in your life where you've met eye to eye with mercs through the... As you have the slightly bigger gigs throughout the town. You've played almost every tavern now with the tips. You've rehearsed with the tips. You've done street performances with the tips and accompanied some theatrical performances. And Merc, this is the first time you've been able to look down at Mercs in a way where he isn't so cocky anymore. He's now more reserved and he's, but he is playing. You catch his name popping up. He's playing places like the Tall Glass. He's playing Maggie and Miley's
Poison
Cape
this asshole again.
occasionally, but he's getting back out there. But as of right now, you can walk with pride as you have bested your old college rival.
Hell yeah! And it's not the first time I've looked down on him. I've looked down on him for a long time. Let's see. All right, that's good to know.
Old poopy
Yeah,
pants.
where I'd want to sit in on like maybe two of his performances and see how he's playing, but I get the sense that he's probably, like you said, he's coming up and he's making a name. Not as big a name as mine, but
Let's make a stealth check.
Are you like
Stealth check,
undercover in the audience, dressed different?
Yeah, I've got like a big
what's your
hood to cover
vibe?
my horns. No, I'm not trying to hide myself. People know who I am. Let's see.
I know, but if you hide yourself, you can go like, I heard
Yeah.
this guy named Surge is really playing the town up much better than this chump.
Ooh, 22.
22. Whoa. Yeah, you're able to. You follow him around like one night as he's doing like 3 spots. He hits a couple different locations, and then you do see he goes inside the Tall Glass as one of the last spots for the night, and kind of spot through the window that you do know he went downstairs and he played the stage that you've already played before, but he's getting familiar with. And then he seems to have a routine where he almost has a recurring spot at the Tall Glass, but he is playing with purpose and with some sort of chip on his shoulder. And, with that high of a stealth check, by being in the Tall Glass, you know that there's a huge basement to it, basement way bigger than the actual place. So one day you've kind of got real close, and there's a little. If you get close to the ground near the back door, near the horse stables, there's a little spot in the wood where you can hear a little bit, and you sense that he's almost ripping off your style in a way.
Oh no. Oh no, I am gonna have to poison this guy
We're
again.
gonna have to kill him.
Yep.
This motherfucker.
He will repent for his sins.
Could put him in the cage.
He's gonna go in the fucking
not
cell.
directly, but there's one night he's not playing it out and around town, but in that basement
his style has changed.
You can just it's a little
I'm
heavier.
just a mouse in a box. Different
I
enough.
am Metal Man.
Honestly, I kind of smirk because that means that I have convinced one of the classics are the only way to play. You know, I've convinced them that my style is something to strive for, something
Yeah,
to be different.
but are you happy?
Is there a butt coming?
Are you happy that he's ice babying your under pressure right now?
Oh my God, you can't do that.
That's great.
Yes, yes, more of that.
No, I'm not happy about that, but I'm glad that
Just saying.
the music is getting around and the people are enjoying it. And I'm convincing some other musicians to dabble. You know, I love tribute. I hate the tributor.
He's a thief.
Yes, he is.
He needs to be punished.
Trial number 2 coming up soon.
LOL.
Coming to a back alley near you.
Trial number 2 tour.
Yeah.
Trial number 2.
Trying to think if there's anything else I had for information.
I need to take a long rest because
I think we are good. So with that,
Poison a performer.
let's move to the night.
Nice.
Roly poly.
Oh, I
That's
got
the
it.
sound they make, right?
So, as Quoben is fervently going through the papers, just kind of parchment everywhere, ink everywhere, spilled little, almost like a scent of burnt silver. As at one moment you can pick up, he made a ceremony in there, doing, try to make a ceremonious investigation.
Did you ceremony again?
I didn't know what to do.
I made a ceremony.
You made me ceremony.
But
Why are there so many papers? This house was only 10 gold. Why is there a document?
as you leave Quoben, you look up at the night sky, you see that the two moons have parted in a way where one is very prevalent but is masking the other one with its shadow, creating this nice crescent. As you make your way through town to your meeting spot that you've been putting up for, a few weeks now, through various little spots in riddles and thieves' camp messages through town. You go down to the burnt down Iridium mansion. As you stand in front of it, you see the front door, and most of the left side of the building is still kind of intact, but as it hits the front door, that second story is completely fallen in and deteriorated, as the right side of the building has completely sunken in, and it still smells a little bit like ashier, as not as much of the town that's been cleaned up. This is one of the spots that's been voided.
I will be in my all blacks, and I'll have my comedy mask on, and I will have my umbrella rapier unfurled, so the umbrella will be open. And I'm just walking around with it open on my shoulder, waiting for my guests to arrive.
As you hang out in the second story here, the good glimpse of the night sky. Well, this room here, it's very large, and as you quickly look around, it is burnt and smoke damaged, but you can tell that it was a brutish figures and large figure, because looking at the bed and how it's kind of sunken in and the wood is cracked a little bit. It was a large person's room, and not much was going on here. As much as the house is regaled with coin and status, this room is very bare bones. So you wait here for a little bit. One by one, figures start showing up. The first, a halfling. The next, a pair of elves, a human, and then the last to show up is a half elf. That's 5 people dressed. It's hard to tell male or female with how they're dressing. Everything's very strapped leathers and dark clothes, just as you've instructed through your messages. And they all have makeshift but crude masks that resemble a crescent moon.
Hello, everyone.
And they all just kind of look around and then most of them give nonverbal greetings of like one even kind of bows a little bit, and then the halfling, hello.
I do a small little twirl with the umbrella, close it, and I sit down cross-legged a distance away from them.
They all match and sit down.
Business. I hope you came prepared. You seem to have found all the pieces to your mask, and I am quite happy with that. There's just one thing I need you to do. I have your money on me. It wasn't in the letters or the notes that I've had you find along the way, but there's only one mission for all of you, and it comes with commission. It's to simply find moonstones for me and hand them over to the Church of Sehunin under the name of Quoben what's his last name?
Durnar.
Yeah, Durnar.
And then seemingly this time the humans is the one who speaks up and where do we drop these off?
Literally at any church with the name of Sehunin in the front door.
Okay.
As long as it has the name Quoben Durnar, it is all good.
And then the two elves you can see that they're sitting with they have very nice posture they're sitting cross-legged, almost as if they've practiced it before. But being an elf yourself and seeing Pem even almost sleep like this sometimes, it's almost an elvish bloodline thing to do as they sit. They can almost like go in and out of meditation if they have decent posture. They both kind of speak up, almost speaking in ways how they're like once they're finishing each other's thoughts as it's kind of echoing back and forth. They're like, well, what are the moonstones for? We don't even know anything about them.
Well, they look like this, and I'll hand them one to pass around to make sure they're looking at the right thing. Honestly, you don't need to know what they do. We just need them. That's all.
As they're passing around, the human just can see like lifts up his mask.
They are hard to come by, but by any means necessary, send them along to the Church of Sehunin. Whether you beat and rob someone for one, whether you find them on the ground, shoot a pheasant out of the sky and it was carrying it in its beak, you deliver them. And I know they're hard to come by, and I know it won't be an easy task, so I'll pay you up front, and I'll hand each of them a pouch of 200 gold. I hope this sets an initiative for all of you.
As you hand out the first one, like to the halfling who's closest to you, you can just see like his hand drops. He goes, oh my god. And then they all kind of look, and then even the question, like the human who is sort of like, like indifferent is now like, they're all now attentive. What are these things used for?
Gold? To buy things.
Not the gold, the moonstones.
The moonstones. Well, I guess I'll give you some information on that. They are actually used to upgrade armors and weapons. That's all.
I give you a little bit of a nod and, all right. So, when do we meet up again?
You'll know. And I start walking past them, and I'll do another twirl, open up the umbrella, and I take a bow, and I'll say, welcome to the theater. And that'll be our little group name.
All right. They kind of like look at each other still in their masks.
Name the theater.
Make a since what you're trying to do is have them go out and sleight of hand. So and steal things. Make a sleight of hand check, but you're going to add your proficiency, and then we're going to use the rules of modified version of growing your franchise, as you now have started a guild in a so to speak.
Okay.
And since you've given 1,000 gold, you're going to add +5 to the check.
So I'm already proficient with it. Do it.
Yep.
Okay. So
you can get a
plus
maximum
11.
of +10.
Oh, +10. Okay.
So whatever your proficiency sleight of hand is, +5 for the amount of extra money you use.
So I rolled I rolled a 29 total.
Okay. All right. I'll send you the basically the outcome, and then we will go through that.
Go ahead and upgrade the mace again?
We'll go through that. We'll figure out a way where that makes sense just between you and I after this. But this is
for sure.
This is because this is going to happen for the next few weeks or days as they go off and try to do this. I believe we have a D100 roll to do with this.
Okay.
Oh, that's fun. Roll better than a fucking 37. Remember how bad that felt?
How about
You
a
were,
4?
you were so close to
That does feel bad too.
A 4
You're
sounds
a
fun
4?
though. Yeah.
That's the number of people there were.
Well, it was 5.
as the theater starts their
That
first.
feels bad. That feels bad. A 4 on
That's
a
a 4.
D100.
All 4 people.
It might
it's
be
good.
good. It might be one of those tables where like
It's not
the lower you
good.
roll, you don't
He
know
rolled.
that.
He rolled high on the one that actually that one that really mattered. He rolled high on. So as that happens through the night, and we go to the next day, what would you guys like to do through the town? Anything that we need to clear up before, or should we just skip right to the court?
I'm waking up, prepping for court. Me and Pem and Lionel. Pem because I invited, Lionel because he has to.
Lionel would have been up way before him,
Yeah.
4 hours before him, so I would have laid out his splint armor for him in the morning.
Oh, perfect. Just in time to look official. Is it super shiny and polished?
It is, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, it is. Of course
Yeah.
it is. I had to yell at you.
it is so nice.
Oh, I'm gonna look so fucking court ready. You guys ever feel courtroom ready?
Yeah,
Every day when I wake up.
To accuse someone
Oh no, to be
of
accused.
actively killing humans.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking weekly.
Always.
And as you guys are discussing this and going and presenting the splint armor, you're knock at the door. I guess that Coben has an office of now, because multiple people have already knocked. So you hear a knock as
It's
It's
about
also
the
knock-
feeling of the room. It's not about what it's really meant for.
of course it's almost a knock and walk situation where you just hear a thoof thoof and you turn and Claudia's letting herself in and he goes, Coben, may I have a word?
Of course. Does she have a title? I can't call her by her first name. I can't.
I will think of titles. Just
Of course, title. Just we'll
Yep.
edit it in post.
for tomorrow's
Let me
stream.
do a few. Let me do a few lip claps, and then you
Yeah.
guys can match whichever one looks like the word we come up with. So just
yes, Coben. So I've been thinking, you've been doing a great job at the church here, and the church of Sehanin is really prevalent here, my lord, and it seems to be very well received. My sermons have been going wonderfully, and I feel like we have quite the following here.
I've noticed an increase in attendance as well. I feel that the words of
Yes.
the church's deeds. Have,
So as I was saying, as she kind of like cuts you off and interrupts you, I have a job that I think you could be good for, and I think you should go to. I have a location here, and investigate a small little problem that seems to have arisen
it is my specialty.
with some of the other Knights Radiant members. And, well, let's just say, let's keep certain things need to be aside of the church as opposed to others. So let's make this a non-church business, but definitely church business.
I'm sorry, I can only really support church business.
This is church business, but we don't tell people
good.
it's church business. This is some of the rules you're going to have to learn if you want to be a Knights Radiant.
How do you get access to buildings if you don't tell them it's official church business?
Can I make an insight on this, on her intentions on this little?
Yeah, if she didn't explicitly stop him from coming into the room, he's in the room.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Did he knock first?
No, he just follows me.
20.
I feel like he should have knocked.
No, he comes with me unless otherwise stated.
As then she goes, "Oh, you're here," and
Oh yes, this is my manservant, Lionel.
Pleasure.
He's
this
trustworthy.
is right. This is really
Very
just a
quiet. You
Knights.
don't even notice him most times.
He does have quiet feet, which is worrisome to me. But this is more of a Knights Radiant problem. So if you could
Yes.
dismiss your little manservant, is what you said.
Yes. How are we going to take notes? Do you have a servant to take notes?
You're
I
going
look
to listen.
around. Oh,
Oh no, this is gonna go real bad.
Lionel,
I want to see the sea.
I suppose wait outside for just a moment, would you?
Of course, sir. And I go,
And
Madam?
with your insight check,
Yeah.
as you're there for this brief moment, you do get that pick up on that she's not being totally forthright, as something else is. There's a different incentive as opposed to the Knights Radiant
It's not.
incentive.
There's some
Ulterior motive.
stuff that'll help for the church, but it's mostly not for the church.
Yep.
That's what I'm getting. Okay.
Well,
I'll take my leave, sir.
Yeah, yes, thank you. I'll
And
be just a moment.
Of course, sir. I'll be outside. And I'll leave.
I
Now that we are alone, Quoben,
need to
you
know.
know, just reputation is everything with us, and one of our, we must be bright as the moon in the night sky, stand out, and
course.
stand for something we believe in. Sometimes those who do stand out in the wrong ways and need to no longer stand out.
What do you mean?
Well, as the newest member of the Knights Radiant, at least in this section of the realm, there's word that there are some delinquent followers up in the mountains.
No.
Yes.
No one would leave the Church of Sahanine willingly. Something
didn't even-
must be going on.
Of course, that is exactly what I had assumed. So I want to put you on the case and figure out what mischief is going on and what cursed corruption has happened to them.
Of course, you can trust me with this, Kaladi.
I knew I could, Gwobin. So here are the directions, and she hands a little brief map, like just a local map of a very similar to the description where you were talking to the monks now weeks ago, but up the path of silence for the monks all the way to the mountains, and that there is off the path, but you have to follow it up a bit, but off of it there is a location, and there is a crypt or some sort of vault up there that some of the followers went up to and have not returned, and I believe they are up to no good and doing things in poor taste for the Knights Radiant.
It can't be. Surely something they've possessed them or something.
Yes, and if it's much like the museum had put a bad name on the church in this town, these people may be doing the same up in the mountains.
The
We must
museum
stop
put
this.
no such name on the church. It put a name on itself of criminal. Deceiver. The words of that museum have not touched this church by my hand.
Yes, and you've done a great job since then in redeeming the qualities of the church. The Moon Maiden would be proud. So, Quoben, I entrust you with this to just use your good judgment and take out the corruption, whatever it may be. And this is the important part. Once you return, we never speak of it again, and we move on with our lives.
How
Does it-
will I tell you if I've done it?
Your returnal... Okay.
God damn it.
You returning
Yes.
will be enough for me to send someone to verify. And
Because
with-
you know that I have done the right thing.
yes, because I trust you, Quoben.
I think I understand.
Yes. That's all the business I had. Anyways, onwards to your business.
Yes, I leave. Lionel, walk with me. And I'm walking away. This is going to be West Wing walk and talk.
He's outside.
Yes, I walk out the door when I say this.
Okay.
I'm full on like West Wing walk and talking to Lionel as we leave. Lionel, we've been tasked with going up to this mountain. I hand him the map. Immediately hand him the map.
Okay.
We've been tasked with using my good judgment to root out corruption.
Great, sir.
And I will find out the mischief that is causing these noble knights to do mischief.
And what do you plan to do to them, sir?
I will use my good judgment.
To...
Well, if they're being corrupted, I'll uncorrupt them, of course, Lionel.
Of course.
Obviously. And if they've thrown away their stones to the they couldn't have done that. No one would leave the Moon Maiden. There's clearly something obvious happening. They're in a crypt. Did I mention there's a crypt? Some spirit is possessing them. We'll just go and vanquish the spirit, or we'll cleanse them of a curse, or...
Sir, I just worry that Madam Title isn't being forthright with you. I just took a sense of that before I left the room, and I thought I should tell you.
Her
Yeah,
name
why would
is
she
Madam
have-
Title.
We're never gonna change it. It's just always gonna be title.
I refer to the title.
Madam Titel.
Well, I do. There's no reason. She said she trusts me fully.
Oh, you... It is all I'm going to say of the matter, sir. You take my word as you'd like.
And it's just we go to the crypt and we seek out the tomfoolery.
Of course.
Guide these knights back to the path of Sahanin, and then we come back and we don't talk about it. She was very clear on that point. We don't talk about it ever again. Peculiar instructions, I must say, but she is the title.
There it is. There it is. We've got. Yep.
Sir, just an idea to think about.
Yes.
There was once a person with a similar title as she, and they sold the church to a business. I just want you to know that.
Is that what my paperwork has shown, that it was sold? They lured up a mountain and then attacked by a monster?
Yeah,
No, Lionel, they were deceived.
both things are true. But yes.
Oh, they did sell it?
Well, there's a certificate of like point of sale.
No, but there was no one around, right, when it got sold.
Correct.
Yeah, well, Lionel, even the most holy can be deceived by trickery.
I don't know, sir.
You'll learn. You'll learn.
Yes, please teach me, sir.
Of course. That is my... obviously not. As any employer should be, I should be full of wisdom and insight. Every employee should leave a job with more than they started with.
Some people leave with less.
No, who? Someone that worked for me?
I know a friend.
A friend. Who did they work for?
Oh, you don't want to know, sir.
I will send them a letter.
They work for a restaurant in a city nearby, and that's it.
I will send them a letter, title it from me, and say, I cannot believe what I've heard. The rumors of you treating your employees, I expect it to be fixed.
Of course, sir.
Yes.
Noted.
Thank you. As I know you've noted it. All right. Well, that's...
All right. As we...
Oh, and Lionel,
Yes, sir.
you said to keep this close to the vest.
Mm.
And to not tell anyone.
Okay.
So, obviously, I must follow that, and we won't tell anyone.
Yes, you will, sir.
Tell who?
Yes, you will, sir.
Yes, you will.
Yes,
Not.
sir.
I won't either.
I was not in the room, and I was not there to promise anything, sir.
Interesting point.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like it's the spirit of the promise I've made. I assume we're walking to the trial.
Yeah. So as we go to cut to the trial, we will take our break here, and then when we get back, all of you will be present for the trial. So it's not something that's just going to be Quoben. So you guys will all be able to, as very prominent
Throw
members
tomatoes from the crowd.
of the situation, you'll be able to each be called upon as a witness, etc. So.
Oh shit! I have no
Awesome.
idea what I'm even here being fucking witnessed as.
Yeah, that's why it'll be fun. That's what'll be great.
It'll be great.
Oh no!
right.
Somebody
All right.
tell
We'll be
me!
back.
Somebody tell me!
Let's hear what
As
he
you
has to
guys
say.
meet up together as your crew, you go to the Shiro Tree, which is where this court is taking place. So you guys walk in. There's a couple Bloodwood guards there. Just they recognize you and let you in. As there are some others walking through too, as this is a public trial. But you guys go in. You're led up some stairs into a place of the tree that you haven't been before. This is a very large tree. Can house many people and has housed the druid and the Shrobai family for years. And as you guys go up the stairs. It is a very... Let me change the tone. As you guys open up out of the stairs to a very calm... And need to find a music for this. And in here, you see the Leonin character wearing the druidic Shrobai stuff, sitting at a large table where there are this large throne, and then to the side of it, 2 other smaller chairs, all of which are empty. But in front of that, in this large room, and it's very dark in here. So, Surge, you're having trouble seeing, but those of you with dark vision can see fine. I believe it's just Surge, actually. So, Surge, you're kind of like, oh, it's very, like, why is it so dark? But those of you that can see, you do see a lot of other elves and townsfolk. A couple, like a decent majority of them are wearing Sehanine robes and stuff as they give you nods as you walk up. But there are 2 tables. One already has Mr. Aldar Iridium, the elf, shaved head with a very nice tailored suit, sitting down, and next to him a not as decently dressed but still suited up elf with elven hair where it's still long. But
Is this the front desk guy?
No, it's a different elf.
Okay.
Yeah, but good question. And there's another desk with a couple chairs. And then Vorda, the Leonin, stands up and goes, welcome, you guys are... Please sit down. We can gather a couple chairs but I believe this is welcome everyone. This is in the town versus Aladar Iridium, as he pulls up some parchment. It's based on claims of what were the claims again?
Is this for me?
Yes.
I'm sorry, this is my first official court. I'm unfamiliar with the proceedings.
It's okay. This is the first one I've had to run.
Well, I hope it goes well.
I thank you. The chairs next to me are empty, so I will be acting member here for the...
Give him guidance?
Why thank you, and
yes.
Thank you for the blessing.
Of course.
I will be acting as the member here, in representative of the Shrobai wood and the tree and the druids. So
I have brought up charges against Mr. Aladar in coordination of profiting off of the trafficking of humans done by the Lionel. What was... I forgot his name. The vampire.
Tebrin?
From Tebrin and the Night Masks. Aladar has suspiciously profited off of all of the sales and the actions upon the Night Masks. And I believe there is nefarious ill-doings, and even if not, this type of rampant advantage-taking of the people and Malari itself should be met with, at the minimum, fines and things like that. And if he willingly and knowingly abetted and aided these demons, these monsters that killed what percent of the town? Like a non-fractional percent of town was killed and sold as blood slaves. He should be jailed or potentially put to death, depending on the severity of his crimes that this court finds.
Okay, and in defense, you see Aladar. It's ridiculous. He stands up and... standing Archdruid Vorda, I have only operated in the confines of business, and I have done everything according to the Shrobai law. I've bought up property and made up contracts. All the paperwork is here. My representative has it, and these claims are hearsay, and once all this settles, I would like to put up a little countercharge against them for defamation.
For seeking truth? For defending the innocent?
For trying to bring down a man in his dream.
I stand up and I'm like, we rescued hundreds of people from your basement.
Yes. Including myself and some of these people around me. And
Was he in
we
there?
thank you for that. He was. And we thank you for that.
I don't care.
But-
It's all a fucking ruse.
This happened on your watch. You
Your
allowed
prophet-
those filthy creatures into this town.
Your profit-seeking brought them in and allowed the infection to grow and become what's not malignant. What's the one that's bad?
Malignant's bad.
Malignant.
It's like can't die.
Yeah, but 9 is the not bad one.
I'm not a doctor.
Oh,
I'm just a cleric.
I'm just a cleric.
Vorta goes, okay. Well, this is going to be difficult for me as I don't have my other co-council members, but
Well, may I, Your Honor, may I offer a service on myself? I am willing to submit to a truth spell. I will willingly testify under it, and I assume if my opponent truly has done nothing wrong, he too will be willing to submit himself.
I think that is fair. But I would like verification that this is actually a truth spell. So we need somebody with magic to verify this. And then Vorta kind of stands up. Is anyone gifted enough in the ways of the arcane to not only create a truth spell, but also verify that it is one of such?
Of course I am, but I don't suppose you'll take my word. Or the word of the Sahanine Church, of which saved this town.
After saying that, you hear sir, if I may, and this human kind of comes out, like raggedy brown hair, messy, and just carrying a little book under his. I could verify it. I think with my studies, I have am well qualified enough. I believe I have a. He's like, yes. I think I could make it work just with some time.
So we struck an accord.
Does anyone object to this man? Could I get your name?
Phobin Daranar.
Not
Oh.
yours.
First time.
Nathaniel. Okay, well, Mr. Nathaniel. Does anyone object to this young man? I assume in his studies, judged on his demeanor here, that.
Yeah, Nasal, how do we know that you don't know this guy?
And he kind of
You brought
now
snacks to the court.
scurries up, like scurries closer into like the center of things, and kind of clumsily even drops some papers. Oh shoot! And you can see like a little component pouch of stuff spilling out. Well, I was I've heard a lot of stories about Mylari back in the day of being a great tourist town, and I've just scurried up some money. I'm from Mustad, and I just came through. Well,
Insight check.
yeah.
Me
Just-
too.
I gotta.
Oh my god, natural one. Whatever he says is right.
I rolled a 7.
Yeah, he seems like the guy.
Okay, and I sit down and just keep eating, like, I guess, cashews or something. I don't know what I'm fucking eating.
The hardest
Yeah.
beef jerky.
Petrified
Yeah,
beef.
yeah,
jerky.
so I do not have a zone of truth or any sort of that arcane, but I'm able to detect with a little bit of time the nature of sort of magics. So I could verify that.
Oh, you can verify.
Which, I
Correct.
mean, I know what spell I will be casting. It is the classical Zone of Truth spell.
Okay.
Aladar, will you, when you feel the magic taking over, just allow it through? I will know if you have deceived it or tried to resist. And that's in the spell. I do know if he
Yep.
saves. And we will both allow it to. We will speak from an area of no deception.
He goes, kind of in his smug way. Very well then. I support our friend Nathaniel here checking the spell. Seems like a stand-up fellow. And I also will oblige to your Zone of Truth spell.
Well, if all parties agree, Well, I will stand within the requisite range of him and cast Zone of Truth.
As you guys both, so in here, there's like a curved half semicircle of a table surrounding this large, like ingrained, like wooden, like this like weaving of roots and wood, creating this circle here. And then the two tables that have makeshiftly been set up, because this isn't a courtroom, it's a makeshift courtroom for now. But as you walk into this central circle area, a couple of guards kind of and open up to the day sky as right through the tops of the trees, just this beam of sun hits and creates like this column of light that you guys are. That perfectly makes that circle that's on the floor. Create the Zone of Truth, and Quoben and Aladar.
Does he allow it?
He is. He walks in it and is adjusting his cufflinks and just staring at you in a smug way. Well, okay, as they're setting that up, because I believe it takes 15 minutes.
Can I keep an eye on
I'm
Steven?
using a spell. I cast it.
You're using a spell?
I can't cast things other ways.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna keep a guy on the eye. I'm gonna keep an eye on the guy.
No.
Yeah, you're right. I want to keep an eye. I want to keep a guy on the eye that's supposed to be monitoring the spells to see if he's doing anything freaky.
He seems to be like putting the book down and flashing through, and he's like doing his own incantations and stuff. And
I just want to make sure he's not doing anything funny.
He turns to Vorda and yes, this is a Zone of Truth. He then closes his book. Thank you.
Shall we begin?
Shall we?
Extreme profit off of the misfortune of those in this town, have you not?
I have made many profits, yes.
Would you say that's related to misfortune of others?
Business being business sometimes comes at the misfortune of others. That is the nature of it.
Would you say that you seek the misfortune of others?
No. I seek money. And he like goes, whoa.
Are you familiar with the group The Night Masks?
I am.
Are you familiar with the type of work that the Night Masks do?
I am not.
Well, let me inform you that they were in the business of kidnapping, murder, assassination, and aided Tebran in theft of both objects and people.
So I have heard.
Do you believe that any of your purchases have aided a group of the Night Masks?
I do, and I have since given back, and he now is looking back at some of the townsfolk and not at you, and I've since rescinded some of my purchases of places like Maggie and Miley's, and just to name one, but of a few places in the name of goodwill. I didn't want anything bad to happen.
How much would you say a life is worth?
It depends on the life.
How much would you say a normal life is worth? An average person of this town.
Mine or yours?
A contributor to society. I point to someone in the crowd. Them. How much is their life worth?
800 gold.
800 gold. And I point to someone else. How much is their life worth?
450.
About how many people were kidnapped? Do I know?
Over 1,000 that are still like you guys are hearing.
So would you say it's fair to say on average each person in this town is worth about 600 gold?
I mean, there are some real low lifes down in the Coral Creek.
Let's call it 400 then.
I think you still might be generous, but
what number
sure,
would you say that the average life in this town is worth?
285 gold.
285 gold, and what makes you think that 7,400 gold worth of property would pay for the nearly 28,000 or 280,000 gold worth of lives lost? What about this has made you repay your debt?
I was not responsible for the deaths or missing of those people.
Oh, did they not leave through your basement?
They did leave through a property of my basement, yes.
Yes, and how are you telling me that nothing that happens on any of your properties is your business? Is that not explicitly what your business is?
The properties are my business, yes.
And so the trafficking, the building, and also the equipment used to traffic was owned by you, correct?
No, sir.
The elevator wasn't your elevator?
No, it was not.
Who installed an elevator in your house without you knowing?
The last 8 months.
Are you admitting to making home improvements without getting it cleared with the board of town?
So the last 8 months, as he turns away from you to the crowd, I have got an offer from what I assumed was a stand-up fellow. And he goes to walk towards them and then realizes he's about to step out of the Zone of Truth and then kind of looks back at you and doesn't take that step. And then I rented out property. That's what I do. I am a man of money, and I'm sorry I only said your life was worth 400 gold. You could clean up and make worth 500, I'm sure. I rent out property, and this was a long-term rental for a man who had quite the coin, and it was a deal that I took.
No background check?
Got him.
Yeah, well, per the requirements of the, and he points to Vorda and our late Archdruid Fakuka, our dear friend and business partner, may I add. There wasn't much paperwork in the city when I came by the first time, and honestly, I've put a lot of business into this city, almost 40. No, he has an exact number. There are almost 35,000 gold of investments into my lorry. The tourism has been up since I've been here.
You've only killed nearly all of that in its people. By your own admission, by putting 250 gold on each person's head. An egregious sum, might I add.
And he kind of looks down at the floor, like rubbing his...
And, Aladar, were you familiar? You said the Archdruid was a business partner and your friend. Do you know that he knew that this was going on much before we stopped it? He was guilty in this as well. He has died for his negligence. You, by your own admission, have admitted guilt by giving back these places you bought. Why would a businessman do that if he didn't know that it was his fault? You gave back a measly 7,800 gold worth of property for nearly 28,000 gold worth of lost life.
Well, like I said, I've given...
What's 1,000 times 280? No one can do it. 280,000. It's a lot more than what I said, Aladar.
So you've admitted that you're guilty for something you didn't get away. So at best, what you're doing is saying that you are grossly negligent in the goings-on of your property. Is that correct?
I never know what happens to the properties. There's many people here in this town that do have property owned by me that I don't need to check up on because I trust the townsfolk. And unfortunately, this time, that trust did go into ill hands.
Yes, yours. By your own admission.
But may I ask something of you?
Yes.
Did you or did you not burn my property to the ground?
I did not. I was in a party. And I was in a fight for my life. And things catch fire during fights. I'm sorry. How many people was your house worth? Ballpark it for me.
Many. But, Mr. Quoten, I have character witnesses from the cages in the dreaded place underneath the mansion that you intentionally started a fire, burning down my property worth upwards of 12,000 gold pieces.
It was merely fighting the evil that lurked within your property. If the evil must be burned out by fire, it must be. It had nothing to do with your property or any animosity.
Mr. Vorda Archdruid, I have clear evidence and witness statements that this party here intentionally went up to the mansion to start a fire before coming down to get rid of the problems. Now, if I don't know if that's
to clear out any vampires in the building. Yeah, it was a clear choice. And it wasn't burning a house, it was clearing vampires. With fire.
What would you propose we done about the vampires that you let in to your house? How would you solve that problem?
I don't know how to deal with
vampires. Since you created it.
You don't know how to deal with the vampires. The problem that you created, we took care of it.
Yes, and I'm very thankful that you did.
Are you?
I am.
Well, it's clear that you have no remorse for your actions. Is that true?
Yes.
You have feel that none of the thousands of deaths and disappearances were on your hand?
No, that is not true.
So you do think that you are at fault for how much? How much of that do you think you contribute to?
1 death.
1 death?
Yes.
I don't even care to ask. That's a laughable number.
He turns to the room again, and that dreadful night that we all were a part of.
Summoned to your house to be shipped off by vampires.
Thank you for interrupting once again, Quoven.
Of course.
I bought tickets to one of my employees to go to the festival, and he has since gone missing. I assume he was part of that terrible incident that most of us saw.
So it's terrible when it happens to you, but when it happens to every family in town, it's just a price of business? Is that what you expect this court to believe? That somehow your person going missing is tragic and can't be explained your sorrow, but the fact that every family in town now knows someone who was kidnapped is just, oh, oopsies poopsie.
Is yes, an unfortunate mistake, one that I will be forever regrettable for. But
and what happens if one of your employees makes a mistake, accidentally kills another one of your employees? Oops.
They would be let go.
Let go?
Let go.
Yes.
You wouldn't report them for a crime?
Well, I would fire them and then make sure they don't kill me on the spot, and then I would report them to the authorities. Yes.
I propose we bar Aladar from doing businesses in town, fire him, and potentially escort him out, preventing an angry mob from murdering him, as he would treat his own employee.
Well, now that the charges are set, I would like to countercharge and charge these fools for defamation of property and destruction of upwards of 12,000 gold of damages.
Or little under 6 people's worth.
It depends on people.
Really doesn't.
And he goes, half of me, and he gives you a wink. And, well, how do we come to this sort of, how does this courtroom work, Vorda? And then Vorda's just like,
May I suggest something, Vorda? The reason this town lost so many of its people was because of weak leadership from the Archdruid, who did not have a spine to stand up to people like him, and needed random people passing through town to save what remained of the tragedy that was this place. If you do not set the precedent of a person in charge having a spine, more Aladars will come through and different vampires will kidnap all of your population. Whether it's in business or it's in morals.
Do not speak ill of Fukuoka. He is not related.
He is dead. He is dead, killed by the actions of this man. Killed by the negligence.
And you can see Vorda kind of like, well, maybe we should take a couple nights, calm down, have a decent discussion about this in a few days.
Why?
But when you do not talk ill of the Shrobai Druids in a very sacred place such as this.
That is not a reason.
Then he kind of leans forward and
but
goes,
your emotions do not concern me. The lives of the people here concern me. If you still would sit behind this pompous and circumstance, you're no better. You're simply just like Aladar, and this town is lost. If that is what you're telling me, I will move on. If you think there's nothing here left saving, I'll stop wasting my time.
Your attitude is quite abrasive, Mr. Quoben.
Still not a reason.
You are charging this man who, under your zone of truth spell, I don't know, has admitted to the murders. Just because the murder happened at his property and all these,
I'm sorry, then manslaughter? He's negligent.
Yeah, I mean,
there's still crimes for being negligent and having people dying. I assume in this town. I assume I don't know really the tree laws. But if there's not, this place fucking sucks.
Place does.
Like I said, Quoben, mate, you need to watch your mouth when you're talking about the Shrobai trees. These are lovely places.
This is let's do this today, or let's just quit. Do whatever he says. I don't care anymore.
We must take some time to think about this situation, and we'll leave it to the people. But with the...
Would you come into the zone of truth, Judge? For my own curiosity.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh no. Do it good.
No, I rolled a 2, which is 3.
He just kind of stands up. Do you think you'll run this, Quoben?
I cast Zone of Truth on him.
Oh, shit.
A new Zone of Truth.
He counterspells.
I cast again.
Oh, shit.
I can do that. I got one more.
How many times do we want to go through this?
I have one more.
Okay. as he just waves off 2 counter spells, and you can.
Are you that afraid of the truth? Is this whole town afraid of admitting when it's been duped by criminals and money people?
It seems like a giraffe court to me.
And money, these money people? I see. Where for Kuka, I see it's not all his fault that he was bred with weakness. If you call yourselves protectors of this town, you're a joke, and there's nothing more to think about, and I'm just gonna leave.
As Kobin turns around and just leaves the leaves the tree. Vorda just takes his staff, and we will reconvene in a few days once we have all gathered our thoughts, and we'll take it with the people, see what the people want. That's all. You all dismissed.
Can I do a quick look up and down of both of them? Just a quick insight check.
Yeah.
Just to see how they feel after the trial. Insight 12.
It's hard to get a good. Who specifically?
The judge and Aladar or Adalar.
Okay.
Yeah, Aladar.
Yeah, Aladar. Aladar is hard to get a good read on, and yeah, but they're both kind of out of the realm for a 12 to gather any sort of information.
Cool.
The trial is put on at, what is it? Hiatus? Leave the tree? Unless any of Pem or Surge or...
No, I'm disgusted.
Yeah, is there a room that we get to, like, go back to and wait before we leave the tree, or is it just... we just leave?
Yeah, there's a lot of rooms. You guys even have...
like, so if anybody's ever been to a trial in modern times, like, there's, like, a waiting room, then you go in and you do the thing, and then you come back out and you hang out in the waiting room, and then you leave.
Yeah, so this is... it's just a council chamber. It's not, like, court.
Okay.
But as you go down, there are, like, the other rooms of the place that you've been in. There, the places... I think you even stayed there one night with Warden, with, like, the little cots and everything.
I'm gonna grab...
for, like, where the guards stay. And then in the basement there is the little jail cell, which you guys have spent a night in, and then I think only you've gone there, but there is a different section where it's called the Roots, which you guys have been granted access to by Vorda.
Kobin's gone. Kobin just took off.
Yeah.
Guys, come with me for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm following.
Pim, you coming? Or are you going to be a little bitch again? Come on! I grab his arm and we just go. And I want to take them back to where I found it. Guys,
okay.
This right here, and I'm going to point. There's, I don't know, like a side table with some clutter, and I found the druids. I'm looking around for people. Nobody's around?
Yeah, most people are funneling out, and
but we're like, I've taken them away to where I found the Archdruids Necklace right here. I point to the spot. We should split up and look for clues.
Right now?
Yeah, I something's wrong. Was the judge...
What kind of clues are we supposed to be looking for?
I don't know. Any trace of, what the fuck is his name? Not Tebrin. Shit.
The Archdruid?
No. The guy in the zone of truth.
Lannon? Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Him?
Yes.
I wouldn't know what to be looking for, but...
I'll look for something. I don't know. I feel like... Why would the druid have left his necklace here? He wouldn't. Something weird is going on in this tree. Something funny is happening here.
We could try.
I think it's bad timing right now. I don't think we should do this right now.
Yeah.
And I kind of get up and head towards Quoben.
How busy is it here in the tree, in the roots?
There's
busy day.
It's not really like a foot traffic place, but right now there's a heavy foot traffic of people leaving the little trial, of mostly just townsfolk and a few guards kind of standing about.
Is the Roots like a restricted library vibe?
Yep.
Okay.
So there are still people moving about here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more so like picture people leaving from the trial, like in your court example, they're going straight from the trial to like the side door exit to the parking lot as you guys kind of like. So most people are not really heading your way, so it is pretty dead where you guys are right now. But there are still people in the building, and you can still hear like idle chatter through the echoes of the tree.
I don't know. It was just a thought. Necklace. We found it without the necklace. I found it here. Maybe there's something else we're missing. Specifically relating to the judge and fucking Alda.
Kirby's worked so hard on all these names.
I know, and they all just get bastardized immediately.
Well,
maybe I'm crazy. I don't know.
No.
All I want to do is like kill big green forum creatures and find the truth. That's all I want to do.
And find the truth. These are like the gravity of these goals.
I feel like it's a good idea to search for clues, but it might be too busy right now. I don't want to get caught because I don't know what could happen. We might get
Perhaps
in some
we
serious
should
trouble.
inspect the necklace, the amulet.
Okay, yeah. Do you want me to check or do you want to check?
Apparently not here.
Yeah, well, why don't we pocket the necklace for now and we'll bring it back and show everyone and decide maybe what to do.
It was Eagle Eye.
Oh, Eagle Eye found it. I see. Okay.
No, he has it. I found it. He has it.
Oh.
I have to go back to him and get it.
Do we need to? Well, I don't think
Yeah.
we're staying here for much longer, are we?
No. Unless anybody wants to talk to the roots. No, okay, let's go. Corbin, let you go.
Just offer up the chance now to talk to tree roots before we go.
Alright. Maybe we should talk to the roots. What would you ask the roots? Let's go talk to the roots.
Well, I've already asked them about some stuff from my hometown and some of the stuff that I've been learning from Coben and
Well, is there a limit?
Kaladi at the Temple of Sehanin. That's all I've spoken with the roots about. But you can ask them anything. They know a lot.
Well, why don't you go? I mean, it sounds like you have some experience with them. Is there a limit?
I don't know. Is there a limit?
Not that you know of. The only time you've gone down there, you've just, you spent some time in there when you're there, but.
Why don't we go together? I'll help you. If they won't listen to you, maybe I have a freebie that I could ask.
Pim, Lionel, are you coming with, or should you think you're going to go after Coben? I'm asking only for a friend, as a friend.
I'm asking only for a friend.
Honestly, Sving, I just don't know what this would lead to. And in the middle of a trial, if we get caught, it's just not a good look.
Taking a look around. We're not. It's like we can't be here.
We were granted permission.
Suppose you're right, but don't know. I don't know what that would lead to, and if it does lead to something, what do we do with it?
Well,
that's a good point.
We tell the judge that his court is corrupt as well, even though he's the head of the fucking courthouse.
And then we start a new
Corruption
trial.
runs deep.
I'm kind of with Coben on this. Like, I think if they want to let this guy off, then have at it. But I think we need to stop trying to save the town. That's my opinion.
Well, if you don't want to speak with the roots, you don't have to stay. I'm going to go speak to the roots.
Okay. I'm going to go look for Quobin. And I'll see you back whenever you get back.
Yeah.
And I'll get up and start looking for Quobin.
All right. It's just Surge and Sving.
Mm-hmm. I don't
Memory.
think so, unless Pem.
No, Pim's fucking off.
No, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
All right.
Just us two.
As you guys go to catch up with Quobin, Sving, you lead Surge through a door. There is a guard there that he sees you and gives you a little bit of a nod, and there's like a root door that he kind of like moves to the side as the roots pull back into the bark of the tree. As you guys walk down a large spiral staircase and get to the underbelly of this tree. And down here, there's a section where it's mostly open. And Sving, you've been here before, so you're kind of just walking towards. There's an area here where there's the roots of the tree, like the big core roots of the tree, open up, and you can see like a place inside between two parts of these like large roots. Opens a little, like a light thread of a root that is just going between the earth. It just kind of reverberates with this light bluish glow. And Sving, the last time you were in here, you spent hours talking to the roots with no response. And when you went to grab onto them, that was when you got your answers. But as they're probably listening, but in order to connect to the roots, you do have to touch them.
Serge?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a question in mind about Aladar or the trial for the tree, for the roots?
I don't know. I mean, how generic can these questions be? If we just ask, are they corrupted?
You can more or less have a conversation. It might not come through that way. Your brain might see it as a feeling or an emotion, but you can speak freely with them.
I'm too nervous. Why don't you try?
Okay, I'll go first.
And I think you're gonna get a really solid answer, and I will give him bardic inspiration.
Ooh.
I'll give it to
Bardic
him 2 times. So,
All right.
I'm sorry.
So
Do 2 times.
I'm gonna see if this works. I'm gonna grab Serge's hand. And
Okay.
then grab the root. I'm gonna inquire. The necklace of the Archdruid. How was it lost to him?
And almost like a faint wind picks up in here as Surge, even you start to feel a reverberation through Sving's hand. And Sving, you know that the vibration from the root the last time, that this is normal as it kind of goes through your body. And you guys don't hear an answer, but you more so just feel an answer. It comes in basically like 1-word phrases that kind of just appear in your brain. And this one is betrayal.
Did you get that, Serge?
I felt it. Feels like betrayal.
I'm gonna close my eyes and grab the root again. Oh shit! Wait, what was the dude's name? The judge. I'm gonna ask. Was it him?
Vodar?
Was it Vodar? Vodra? Vaseline?
Vorda.
Was it Vaseline?
Yeah,
Voda.
it was Vaseline.
Vorda.
He's always getting away. He's too slippery.
Um,
I asked
same sort of-
specifically, Was it?
yeah,
Vorda?
same thing happens as it reverberates, and you just hear. So you know that the roots don't answer yes or no questions; they respond in words,
Okay.
or more so feelings. So if you want to rephrase it, I'll answer.
Was Vorda
but
the
if not-
betrayer?
It still
That's a yes
feels.
and no.
Oh,
feels yes or no,
yeah.
How
but-
would you describe Vordo?
But I have an answer. That the roots will give you, as you just hear the word witness.
There was a witness. Maybe the tree was a witness.
Maybe that feels kind of like he witnesses everything. Maybe Vorda was the witness, or there's a witness that we have yet to find. It was that trial was kind of a shouting match. We didn't really get much input from. There were no witnesses, were there? Will there be witnesses later? I don't know.
The way it's going, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I think maybe Vorda was a witness.
I agree.
I think maybe that's why he was so adamant about not stepping into the truth zone.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? You got maybe one more question?
I without saying anything, I grab Sving's hand again and I grab the root. Alada, friend to the city or foe?
As the reverberation passes through again as the word. I'm trying to think of a good language here, but I can only think of
Money man.
purchase. As a purchaser, whatever that.
Consumer. Mogul. I like that if that's what you're going for, Kirby. If it's not what you're going for, I don't like it.
Yeah, that gets the point across.
Entrepreneur. Well, that's all the questions I have, Serge, unless you have something else that
No,
you think might be of use. It seems Aladar, as according to the roots, might be innocent, as much as I hate to say it. But it seems the Archdruid was betrayed by somebody perhaps close to him.
And Vorda might be aware of who the betrayer was.
Might be the witness.
I think we had some good questions. I can't think of anything at the time, so if you're ready to go back, I am.
Yeah, let's go find the rest of the group. If you think of anything else, tell me, and we can come back.
Okay, good idea.
All right, as you
Try to catch up.
leave the tree, and as you find Quoben and Pem in some sort, and like the riled up, like kind of pacing around sort of way of like, what just happened in there? Well, post courtroom antics. But what would you guys like to do? I should look up, I don't know courtroom terms, but you guys are on the break of the court as it goes to
Recess?
the people recess
Ooh, nice word.
for let's call it 2 days as they gather what is needed. And what would you guys like to do? What would you guys like to do?
I think they found me in whatever was my makeshift office, and I've just like knocked all the papers around. And I think when they get back, I'm just packing my shit.
I think I would pack my shit too. Like I'm
And then
I'm ready.
whatever
to go help
later
somebody
point,
else.
I assume Lionel's probably trying to like chill the fuck out me to low success. And then whenever Schwing shows back up, I'd be like, Schwing, you said there was a monster? I feel as if I need to hunt.
Well, I have some good news from the roots, but that can wait. If we want to hunt, we can go hunt. We have a couple days here. We don't really... We can just clear
They
our
don't
minds.
wish for us to help. Why should we? Why should we help if they don't want it?
Just because a
A
handful
group of people
of...
wish to die, they can die. That should be their right.
I smack Coben across the face. Coben, listen to me. Okay.
No, it's fine. I think he's too upset to be able to defend himself well.
I smack Coben. Coben, listen to me. There are a handful of people here.
Just hit me.
Yes. Now listen. This is another sarcasm lesson without this fucking sarcasm.
Really the time for this.
There's a handful
The
of people
hairball
in
we've
this
got there.
town. This is not the time to play games. There's a handful of people here
I'm not
that
playing.
are trying to take over the town. We have saved the town. We just have to finish this job. So
They
let's
do
go
not wish
kill us
to be
a green
saved.
four-armed beast. Oh, I think everybody wants to be saved except
They
those
clearly
fucking cucks in
don't.
power. Also, have I showed you this? I just pull out the Archdruids necklace.
Okay,
I found this.
what does that do?
I don't know. I put it on. We'll find out. Let's
He
go
puts
kill us a
on-
huge beast.
He puts on what the first time you guys met, when Warden woke him up from the night to basically send you guys on the journey to go get the stone. The first time you met him, he was wearing this necklace. and gave you a matching one to give to the lion. The necklace now, though, is bent in like a weird way, as a picture like one of those dream catchers, but like it's bent in a way where like the strings and kind of connecting parts of it don't look as pretty. And definitely there's more wear on it as you guys see it now. It's like visibly not quite right.
It's busted.
Yeah.
It's busted.
It's busted.
How would you describe that face? Fucking busted. Hey, they look busted as fuck.
I'll be honest, I have nothing more to add to this town.
I put my arm around Coben. He's got his bag packed, and we just start walking. I'm like, you know what? I think you're right. We should just go. We should clear our heads, and we should.
And then after
hunt.
we have new.
We should hunt.
We have new after the hunt. I received word of a new mission for the Church of Sehanin that we can leave on immediately after
Right
taking
away.
care of this. Surgeon, I know that you've been starting a flourishing career as a musician here. And I don't know what the rest of you have plans for, but I think my time in this town is quickly coming to an end. I hope that collectively, I at least have enjoyed our group and hope that in the future we can continue to work together. I don't know how much more effort I can put in a town that has, through none of our efforts, shown any amount of willingness to be saved. It's not even that. There seems to be no hope here.
Well,
Agreed.
I'll say it again. Let's go clear our heads. We'll have a couple days to do so. Let's just go camping and maybe
we go back to a court led by a spineless judge from an organization that was bought by the man who has helped run this town to ruin. To what avail?
we have to finish it. And maybe
You?
they will try to put us in prison.
Hey,
We don't
And
need
they will
to
just
Why do we have to finish it?
And then we'll just murder them.
We don't
It'll
have to
be
finish
fine.
it. Why don't
It'll
we
be
just
fine.
we can't just murder people, then we're no better than them.
Wrong. We are much better than they are.
Wrong. Would people who are worse than them get murdered? Like, no.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Coben. How much is a human life worth to you?
There is no monetary value.
Exactly, so we cannot abandon the rest of the people in the town. We must fight for them.
I mean, we've not abandoned
It's not
those
our
people.
fight
We have
anymore.
saved them, and they can see that there is nothing left. The people will leave that town, and the people in charge will suffer.
Pack your bags, we are going on a hunt. We will return to this discussion after we have slain the beast. First stop, we will go to the tall glass and meet my good friend Donde Estabano.
Donde Estabano.
Who's that?
You heard
Damn
me.
it.
His name is Where is Bono?
Donde Estabano?
Yeah, he's
His
one of the
name is
hunters.
just asking where Bono is.
He's one of the hunters that I've been hunting with that
Okay.
has been telling me about this beast and the stories and
Gotcha.
yeah, his Donde Estabano.
All right. As you
Middle name or is his last name Estabano?
It's Estabano, one word.
Okay.
Estabano.
I love that name.
Let's just take a minute to let Donde Estabano sit in.
You go and learn the whereabouts of this is the last. Donde was the last.
Oh, Donde knows where he is.
Donde knows where.
He
Donde?
knows where.
Donde knows.
Don't they know?
He Donde. All right, I gotta figure out backstory for him. All right, does Donde?
From the Estabano clan?
He's the last person to have supposedly seen this beast. So as you get to him, he's, a few glasses.
Big as this, green as can be.
Only the arms, though.
A few glasses down as you come up and meet with him, and he goes on and describes a location that he usually gathers water from. He likes the fresh water of the end of the Windrose River because it carries a lot of the minerals all the way down the river. And Pem, being from that area of the world, you do know that there's a lot of fine minerals in the water there by the estuary that's been picked up. Some said to have magical properties, but as he was gathering it, tells you his crew was attacked by a large four-armed beast that ripped apart two of his tribesmen and went north, but seemed to have basically carried their corpses as he was climbing a large rock little cave area where, with his description, Pem, and being from the area, this rock formation as it kind of juts out and it takes a weird, almost, it looks like antlers of carved rock coming out. As this place is about 30 miles north of your town.
Okay. Would I have ever heard of that animal before? The four-armed
Good. Nature
beast?
check.
Oh, it's a solid 4.
4?
It's on theme, though. It's on brand.
No.
Not even branding can save us.
I don't know what's happening to him. He had to go.
He had to go.
But as you with the description from Donde of this strange rock figure that kind of resembles the antlers of deer, you think about how you have that empty bag of seeds in your pack, and that maybe stopping by the estuary and meeting up with your circle that you could do during this little trip.
Where is Donde? Oh wait, we already found him. Never mind.
Had a full conversation. He gave a
Donde
very
is Donde.
detailed explanation of which a place Pem knew about.
Yeah, I know. It was the joke was. Never mind.
Where's Donde? Yeah.
Who says this isn't educational? That's all I'm saying. We're basically the same as Dora. Pretty sure.
I am the explorer. Fuck you.
I got a map.
Backpack wearing bitch.
I was just given a map. Whoa.
Fuck a map. I got
Aggressive.
Google Maps.
All right. So
Fuck with me.
as you guys
Map.
gather the
Fuck
information
map.
from Donde, is that where you're heading? Out east of Mylari?
I guess we're gonna go fight this
What it
beast
is,
while we got 2 days between trial days.
to blow off some steam in the recess.
I
I don't think we're going back.
I don't think there's a reason to go back.
I don't think so.
I think
Nothing
there
about
is.
what happened gave any reasoning.
All of our followers, though.
We can have a group.
Yeah, we need to talk
followers
about.
later.
We need to talk about going to get our slaves.
Cult.
Cult.
Members. Friends.
We can send a letter.
Comrades.
Yeah, we can communicate by mail. The one
We've
is
established how
there.
effective mail is.
Yeah, but all of our mail's coming in and out of this town. If we leave the town,
We just had to find
I've
a
got
trading
pending.
post.
I've got pending fucking mail. I need
forward
this
it.
to be here to get it.
Forward.
You know what? I have an interesting method of communication
Where-
you guys
so
might
where
like
are we
to hear
gonna
about
go?
later.
Not now, Serge. We're talking
Alright, so-
about the mail.
Mail is old and antiquated, and I have something new.
That'll never work. It'll never take off. The kids will hate it.
So as long as we know where we're going, I have no problem forwarding my mail to there. But
going to Windrose.
okay, that's a step in the right direction,
How-
I guess. But Windrose is that way, and the beast is that way, so I say we go that way.
Well, I was given a map as well to the Silent Steps Path to go help some of our fellow church members who are in dire need.
I thought we were here for the hunt.
Yeah, I'm just after. Well, if you
Can we do both?
Aren't we trying to decide what the fate of our group is?
I wouldn't mind looping back. We do the hunt. We go get the missing cult church members, and we come
go
back
on
and
our
get
merry
the rest
way.
of ours. Yeah.
So we
Be
don't
good
need to
time.
worry about the trial. We can stop back at the church.
Pick everyone up, all like 600
And
of
we
them.
don't want to drag them with us at all times. They are just followers. You're new to getting people to the church. Every person you convert doesn't follow you forever.
Oh, so I can just
They-
like leave?
They follow the church. They don't follow you.
Oh.
I see. They're called followers.
Yeah, you should really.
You know what? I will take that one. That one's on me.
You should tell Kaladi that she needs to make that separation or difference in her summons.
Please refer to
because
her
I've-
by her title.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Title Kaladi needs to, really make that more clear in her sermons. It's been so confusing. I cannot believe that Title Kaladi would be so reckless.
He's not reckless.
All right.
I'll be honest. I think most people get that.
Oh, it's just me, Zen. Oh, fuck
Well,
me. Okay.
no, I'm sure there's others.
Yeah, but not here.
No.
Yeah, so it's just me, Zen.
In
Let's just. Yeah,
in the
it is.
immediate area.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest.
Oh, Dante, I'm so sorry. I forgot about you. Are you coming with us to hunt?
I know. He's
pussy.
it's too much for me.
You pussy. Nah, I saw it. I ain't going back.
Oh, it's Barry. It's fucking Barry.
People who've seen some shit talk like that.
All right, so you guys are taking the days of recess to stop by
Okay.
Winderos and hunt this
Eventually
great beast.
Come back. Or I do think
We
there
might
needs to
come
be a conversation of whether or not we even want to participate in this fake trial.
No,
I don't feel a need to go back.
I have no interest.
Sving does because he thinks just like only 2 or 3 more murders need to happen and then everything will be fine. That's pretty much like where he's at. Like only a couple more people.
Oh boy.
Just like 2 or
Here
3
I go
more
killing
people,
again.
and then we're there. We're home free.
I love Sving more and more as we keep going.
Things like we're so close, guys.
Guys, we just need to kill like 3 more people probably.
This is starting to make sense. The accent, the bloodlust.
Guys, we've really almost established a really good government with just a few more
Just a
assassinations.
few more.
We'll get the people in power that we want.
All right, is there anything you guys would like to do before you head out on a quick little hunt?
Well, Serge or Lionel, do you have any feelings about the plans? Mostly Serge. Lionel, I
Yeah,
care.
fuck you.
But I will be employing you. I have no plan on... Do you plan on quitting? Hold on, Serge.
No, of course not, sir. It's just.
Oh. You said you were okay with travel when we started.
Oh, of course, yes. Yes. You're right. But there's some matters here that I'm not quite sure I feel good leaving the town with.
Yeah, see, I'm not the only one.
I see. But is it to do with the trial or just unrelated?
Both.
Interesting. I don't want to go back to the trial.
I don't want to start the trial.
The judge is a pussy, and the
agree.
Archdruid was a bigger pussy.
Hey, I
They
resemble
caused
both of
all
those
their own
remarks.
problems.
Perhaps, sir, if you don't want to do the trial, perhaps we can take a few days lingering about, talking to the survivors and convincing them to stand up for their own trial, because
That's what we need to do is call witnesses.
Why would we do that?
We witnessed it.
because if
Well,
we
well,
have,
us.
it's called a majority, sir.
It was a bit of a shouting match. It didn't really feel like a trial.
Well, I shouted louder.
Okay, so just
This is
throwing
not
this
how
out
the
there.
system works.
Isn't it?
No, sir.
No! And I
What
shout
kind
louder.
of system is this?
What do you want to do, Pam?
I have a potion of mind reading. So if we do go back to the trial, that might come in handy somehow, but I feel like maybe it should be saved. But this might be the time.
Is it this guy? How did the whole town's law come down to one guy?
Because he thinks he is the acting Archdruid, but I have the acting Archdruids Necklace.
Wasn't there a council, though?
So if I put this on, maybe... if you put this on, maybe you're the new Archdruid.
With suggested members for the council, do you remember?
Yeah.
Or they were going to suggest members, and we were going to give our input.
Oh, is that still just in the works? That didn't get done through the month?
That's a good question. I don't know. Probably not. Let's say not.
And when you guys met him, right after you basically got everyone out, because you guys went through like the north of town, the south of town. We did this last time, but he relayed that one of the council members basically shifted and murdered the other ones and escaped. Mm-hmm. And there was a huge battle at the tree, and when you found him, he had blood all over him, and there was some dead guards.
Place is fucked.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Oh, so we had reason to think he was the murderer.
Yeah, the tree.
You could see it that way. Yeah.
The tree told us he was. You didn't tell anyone that he was the murderer.
It said no. I didn't tell you that. I
feel like that would have been pertinent.
I told you that the tree told Suj and I. I don't think I told you this. I didn't tell you this.
You're like, every information, you're like, let's kill a beast. Oh yes, we'll save that. Let's go kill the beast.
We'll table that. We'll get to that later. I'll put a star next to that. We'll get there.
I hate to agree with Schwing. I really hate it. But it is starting to look like we just kill Leonin and Aladar in their sleep.
After he kills the beast. We want to make sure we're ready. We want to train ourselves and be ready for the fight. So we need to go kill the beast first for practice.
Yes, let's hunt this beast.
I'm like picturing Sphinx walking on all fours, like fucking making kitty biscuits on the ground as he's talking about killing this beast. Like, he's absolutely. He's like, we have to fucking kill it first.
He gets into a.
He's like fucking in a vibey mood.
Bill Cosby vibe.
We gotta kill
the beast, and then we'll go back and we'll get the beat mop and the boops.
Whoa!
I don't know if we can Bill Cosby anymore.
It's YouTube.
No, I mean just as like people.
I'm just saying, we can do anything except for COVID misinformation. I believe is where YouTube.
That's problem.
So,
and on
you guys
that
are all
note,
off then
and on that note,
to
get the vaccine
for the hunt.
I think so. Yeah, I think
we're
going
going
to the hunt, and we'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out later. We're going for the hunt.
We'll plan as we
hunt
down
the road.
Yep. Okay. All right. As you guys head out east with Eagle-Eye carrying. Does Eagle-Eye have new gear on?
Eagle-Eye, so as we get all packed up and ready to go, Eagle-Eye is wearing the most shitty splint mail you've ever seen, just haggard together. It's just like tied on. It's just big. It's not like made for him. It's just big pieces were made and Sphing hide it on them and made it work.
All the pieces that the apprentices made that the person was like, no, we can't sell that.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. And all the apprentices were like, no, we can definitely do that.
We're going to sell it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
The clearance rack, basically.
Those of you who did buy new stuff, if you did buy any more gear, if you want to describe some of the changes of how you look as you guys are walking along the road here to the east.
I'm not walking. I am.
Right, you're riding, but
riding.
I have the moonstone hammer now, which is Dick, and I will be in a glittering set of not shitty splint mail, well polished, which I believe splint mail is all of the little tiny like squares of metal.
Yeah.
I'm very jingly, I would say.
It's like it's leather covered with plate, but it's in pieces. So there's like gaps between your elbows and your shoulders.
Yeah, but it's like shiny.
It is, but not equalized. It's like railroad ties mashed
And
together.
I think it's probably quite fitting. Coben's like 6'3" and like ripped because he whips his hammer around, and he got a nice set of fitting armor that's shiny and metally. So he's looking pretty cool, I think.
I'm gonna transform into a talking horse.
What?
God damn.
Wild shape. Somebody can ride on my back.
I jump
or I
on
can
the
carry
horse.
some stuff.
I jump up.
Just the pause and then be like, yeah, so I'm going to transform into a talking horse.
Yeah.
Cry when
Wild
you're like,
shape.
so I look a lot like a horse that talks.
Mr. Ed.
Bojack. And, all right. Well,
Oh my god.
as you guys head east, you guys travel for a while as
I think we're heading the wrong way. He said it went to the north.
the north of of the river.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay.
Like he saw it at the river, which is to the east, and that it was heading north.
Okay.
Yep. Upstream is a word I should have probably used.
Okay, we've just been
As the wind kind of blows across the prairie here, as I don't think many of you pick up on it, but Pem, you pick up on a faint bit of ash in the air breeze as you're getting closer to your hometown. That faint bit of ash in the air, as this time of year, the fields are usually burned down for their nutrients to
Burned
regrow
down
in the
for
fall.
what?
To regrow in the following year.
Because in your big horse nose.
I'm a pony. I'm a talking pony.
You're not a full-size horse. Are you a miniature pony?
And in the
Just a
morning,
pony.
Bye.
we're making
He's like
waffles.
little Sebastian.
Bye, little Sebastian.
That's my favorite. Every druid should turn into a miniature horse.
As that is where we'll end, as you're just now breaching on the horizon of your guys' vision is a small settlement, much smaller than what Marlari is, but a little Windoros, as it's more spread out here, and you guys do see a field, almost a field of fire that is controlled, as there's a controlled burns going on in the prairie fields as they're burning down the prairie grass.
Awesome.
As
Sounds like
that is
them.
where we'll end as you guys go on.
Everything. We're so bad at everything.
A trophy hunt. I was like trying to concoct this
We're
like
so bad at everything.
You know
Well,
what we are good at is killing and murder and that kind of stuff.
I was so confused why Schwing wanted to say, but like you phrased it in the I get it. Fig thinks we're just like 2 murders away from solving this problem.
Such a great
Like,
answer.
of course he does.
Yeah.
So funny. So funny. The fact that he's like so innocent about it too. Like, we're just 2 murders away. Like, it's so close.
Like this problem is almost solved.
We could just kill the people in the courtroom. Like,
Well,
we
that's
could
what
try.
they do. Everyone just murders everyone in this town. There's been no repercussions for any of the other murders.
I think if we go back, we just gotta kill them and declare martial law.
yeah.
Under the
whatever
guidance of the
religious
church.
version of martial law.
we
is.
install a puppet.
Oh, it's gonna be like Game of Thrones.
Wait, are we
when,
about to do a coup?
when
Are we about to do
Yeah,
a
I think
religious
we
over.
should if we go back.
We have a lot of followers in town. It's like we just
Yeah.
get rid of this trial and do a fucking coup.
Yeah.
Jesus,
We go back to the church, start arming people.
I think that's the move.
That's an option. That is an option.
Jesus Christ.
Well, hell yeah.
Holy war. That escalated
As
quickly.
we knew it was going to get there. We just didn't think it was going to be this close.
16 weeks in, we're there, boys.
Yeah.
That's a new record.
Well, hell yeah. As we'll end here for tonight and pick up, see next week. Should be good, but then the week after that, obviously, we'll take that week off. Thanksgiving
Why?
week.
Thanksgiving, what's that?
Yeah, I'm
Is
thankful
a-
for D&D. I want to play.
We'll just take that week off.
In the stream. And
Bye.
talk about
Bye,
yeah,
everyone.
Streams.